Hey guys, Sloan Ranger here with the Sloan's Wilderness Expeditions. Today I am in Warren County, Indiana, and another one of the Niches Land Trust preserves. We are at Crow's Grove. Crow's Grove is located in western Indiana in Warren County, a county rich with hidden gems in the form of nature preserves, many managed by Niches Land Trust. This land was donated to Niches by the Crow family, ensuring the protection of a small grove of old-growth white pine, some of the last remaining glacial relics of that species in this region, along with a stunning sandstone gorge and a whole lot of Native American history. Crow's Grove is not a large preserve at all. It's only about 34 acres, and the trail we're following is less than a half-mile long, but it has a lot of really interesting features. For starters, it has an old ancient relic, old growth of pine here, left over from the glacial period. And then it leads down to a couple of fens and into a sandstone ravine with a small stream through it. But in addition to the interesting natural features here at Crow's Grove is the historical value to it. Right through this area and along this creek we're going to get to was an Indian trail that led from the Detroit, Michigan area down to Vincennes, Indiana area that Chief Pontiac used to run quite often. And then years later, it has a connection to the Battle of Tippecanoe, as William Henry Harrison, instead of taking the Wabash River up to Prophetstown, because he knew that the Native Americans had a lot of scouts along the river, he took an inland route to get up there, and he followed that old Pontiac Indian trail. So I've only ever visited this particular preserve one other time, and that was in 2021 during the emergence of the, I think, brood 10 cicada, a 17-year cicada. And this place was just screaming with cicadas at the time. I'll link that video down in the description for you to check out if you want to, because that was a springtime visit, and of course this is a fall visit. So definitely looking a lot different this time of year, and it's a lot quieter. So some of the boreal species that gradually migrated southward during the Pleistocene times, they found favorable spots here in Indiana. And here they've remained since the retreat of the glaciers and have survived the competition of other plants. So this tree right here in front of me is a glacial relic white pine tree. Its lineage has survived along this rim of this sandstone canyon and now competed hardwood trees, which is something that is fairly rare here in Indiana. And of course, mixed in among these pines are several species of oak trees, some red cedar, and now we're getting a look down into the little ravine that leads down into the sandstone little canyons here. Let's head on down. Now, I am a sucker for geology. Anytime there's rock shelters, ravines, canyon type formations, something about the ancient feel of them just really excites me. And just knowing the history as well, knowing that this was a route that the Indians probably took for, could be centuries. And knowing it's the same route that the Harrison troops took that kind of ended the Native Americans' ways of life. fantastic bluffage along here. All the pine up on top. It's like another rock shelter. Just a fascinating feature. I can almost picture some Native Americans camping out down here in this area, taking shelter in such a little thing here. And remember, Indiana was once home to a lot more wildlife than we see today. There was a time when buffalo roamed here. There was a time when bears may have made a den in this kind of area. It's just always fascinating to me when I can hike in a place where I can look at geologic history as well as more recent archaeological history and the history of the peoples who once lived here. It's kind of walking in the footsteps of it all. There might be a trail further down out of the creek that heads back up, but if so, I'm pretty sure it takes a path through private land. So I try to avoid doing that. I want to stay on the public land as much as possible. So I am heading back through this cool ravine, which it's always fun to see that from a different angle anyway. Everything that was behind us is now in front of us. This really does feel like something, maybe a trail you would find somewhere like Shade State Park or Turkey Run State Park that are about 40 miles south of where we're at right now here at Crows Grove. But the best thing is I've got that kind of scenery around me. Nobody else here, all to myself. So that's Crows Grove here in Warren County, Indiana. You know, most of us, when we think of the great stuff about Indiana, we think of places like Brown County or Indiana Dunes and such. But I feel like it's these small hidden gems like this that offer a glimpse into the past and have all this natural and historical significance that really sets stuff here in Indiana apart. Well, on to my next adventure. Till next time, peace.